Welcome to a new episode of the 90s Metal Gamer, where we stay hydrated and play video games. I know it's been a while since I last made a video, and I apologize for that. Life happens. It happens to all of us. And on top of that, I've been kinda sick too. You may have noticed by the sound of my voice. Another reason for the lack of posting videos is that I made a promise to myself. I made a promise that every video that I post would be better than the previous one. And of course, if I want to hold up on that promise, each video will require me to go into a little bit more detail on how I edit these videos. After reviewing some of my older review videos, I can confirm that my editing skills have improved and I'm getting more efficient at them. I'm at the point where playing the game takes longer than editing the video. It normally used to be the other way around, but these days, not so much. But enough about me. In case you haven't figured it out by now, this video is a casual review of Assassin's Creed 2, arguably the best Assassin's Creed out of the entire franchise. I say arguably because every gamer has their own opinion about Assassin's Creed and what their favorite game is out of the franchise. For me, it's Assassin's Creed 2. Others may say the OG Assassin's Creed, 3, Black Flag, or even Valhalla. I would love to know your opinion. What is your favorite Assassin's Creed game? If you have played any Assassin's Creed game, then you more than likely know how it all started with Altair. And then it transitioned over to Ezio Auditore di Firenze. I think that's how it's pronounced. Ezio for short. We're going to call him just Ezio. Ezio solidified the Assassin's Creed series, in my opinion. Chances are when you see or hear anything about Assassin's Creed, you automatically think of Ezio. A close second would probably be Altair. Ezio has appeared in 3 Assassin's Creed titles as the main protagonist: Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations, which is probably the reason why he is the most well-known character out of the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. Alright, I think I've done enough yapping for now. We're going to go ahead and get into this review. Keep in mind, this is a casual review, which means I did not complete this game to 100% completion. Over the course of this review, we're going to go over the story, the gameplay, the presentation, and the music. And then we'll wrap it all up with a water score. Cue the channel intro.
And then the Lord said,
I want to see your tiny head.
Before I get into this review video, I want to talk a little bit about the lore that surrounds the Assassin's Creed franchise. Truth be told, I stopped playing Assassin's Creed around Odyssey. What I'm about to say is going to be a matter of opinion. As a matter of fact, this whole video is based on opinion only. I stopped playing Assassin's Creed because I felt like it was too far removed from what made Assassin's Creed so unique and special. I feel like it deviated from its origins and went off the deep end. But of course, like I said, this is just a matter of opinion, and there was too much going on all at once. I consider myself to be just a casual gamer, hence why I like to do these casual reviews. If the story and the gameplay are just too difficult to follow or too difficult to control, I will probably stop playing it because there's nothing enticing me to keep playing. In order for me to explain the lore that surrounds Ezio a lot better, I called upon the assistance of his fandom page, and here's what it says, word for word. Ezio came from an affluent background and had many friends, until the deaths of his father and brothers drove him out of Florence. Forced to protect his mother and sister, Ezio became an assassin, exacting revenge on the conspirators who had betrayed him, his family, and plotted to seize both Florence and Venice. But of course, that is just merely the tip of the iceberg here. There is a whole lot more to unpack in the Ezio trilogy. Now for the franchise as a whole, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with that because I never finished playing anything after Odyssey. And even at that, I never finished Odyssey, so it wouldn't be fair if I tried to analyze it. In short, the Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy is a sweet, sweet story about revenge and Ezio not only maturing as an assassin, but as a human as well. And this is the perfect segue into the story of Assassin's Creed 2.
Hurry up, Desmond. We're running
Just a
out of
warning
time.
here, I'm not going to talk much about Desmond Miles' story. I'm more concerned about the story of Ezio. Now, I know the whole thing that Ezio is Desmond's ancestor, and they're trying to access Ezio's memories through Desmond. Quite frankly, I do not care about Desmond's story, because it didn't really entertain me as much as Ezio's story, considering that they are modern day assassins and they're trying to find where the piece of Eden is hidden. That's a whole other rabbit hole I am not going to go down. For now, just Ezio's story. Considering that I suck at storytelling, I'm going to let the game tell the story for me. And I'm going to bounce around a lot as far as these video clips, so just bear with me.
Giovanni Auditore, you and your accomplices stand accused of the crime of treason. Have you any evidence to counter this charge?
Yes, the documents that were delivered to you last night.
I'm afraid I know nothing of these documents.
He's lying! Need to get closer.
In the absence of any compelling evidence to the contrary, I am bound to pronounce you guilty. You and your collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
You are the traitor, Roberto, and one of them. You may take our lives this day, but we will have yours in return, I swear! We will! Father!
There! Grab the boy! He's one of them!
I'll kill you for what you've done!
Guards! Arrest him! Abatete.
Better run, boy. And fast.
Get him!
We are assassins.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
It is time, Ezio. In this modern age, we are not so literal as our ancestors, but our seal is no less permanent. Are you ready to join us?
I am.
This only hurts for a while, brother. Like so many things.
Benvenuto, Ezio. You are one of us now. Come, we have much to do.
You can't! You can't! It's my destiny! Mine! I am the prophet!
You never were.
Get it over with, then.
No. Killing you won't bring my family back. I'm done. Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
have come. Let us see it, to give thanks. We must speak.
Who are you?
Many names. When I died, it was Minerva. Before that, Merva and Mera. And on and on. The others, too. Juno, who was before called Uni. Jupiter, who was before called Tinia.
You are gods.
No, not gods. We simply came before. Even when we walked the world, your kind struggled to understand our existence. We were more advanced in time. Your minds were not yet ready. Still not. Maybe never. No matter. You may not comprehend us, but you will comprehend our warning. You must.
None of what you are saying makes sense.
Our words are not meant for you.
What are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Enough. I do not wish to speak with you, but through you. You are the prophet. You've played your part. You anchor him, but please be silent, that we may commune. Listen. When we were still flesh and our home still whole, your kind betrayed us. We who made you. We who gave you life. We were strong, but you were many, and both of us craved war. So busy were we with earthly concerns, we failed to notice the heavens. And by the time we did, the world burned until naught remained but ash. It should have ended then and there. But we built you in our own image. We built you to survive. And so we did. Few were our numbers. Your kind and mine. It took sacrifice, strength, compassion. But we rebuilt. And as life returned to the world, we endeavored to ensure this tragedy would not be repeated. But now we are dying, and time will work against us. Truth turned into myth and legend. What we built, misunderstood. Let my words preserve the message and make a record of our loss. But let my words also bring hope. You must find the other temples, built by those who knew to turn away from war. They worked to protect us, to save us from the fire. If you can find them, if their work can be saved, so too might this world. Be quick, for time grows short, and guard against the cross, for there are many who will stand in your way. It is done. The message is delivered. We are gone now from this world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
What? Who is Desmond? I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions.
What the fuck?
And that, my friends, sums up the story of Assassin's Creed 2. Ezio avenges his family, and in doing so becomes an assassin, and by becoming an assassin, finds out there's a lot more to it than you think, all while finding this thing called the Pieces of Eden. In Assassin's Creed 2, there are two Pieces of Eden that you are looking for, one of them being the Apple of Eden and the other being the Staff of Eden, both of which can grant supernatural powers. That's the best way I can describe it. Some of these powers include illusion projection, mind control, physical manipulation, casting tangible holograms, temporary physical enhancement, memory unlocking, and many others. The list just goes on. And when you combine the two together, you pretty much become a god. I apologize for putting in such long cutscenes, but that is probably the best way to explain the story to you as opposed to me explaining it to you. And I suck at storytelling. In any case, that sums up the story, and now we're going to go into the gameplay. Considering I spent a lot of time in the story segment of this video, the rest of the segments are going to be fairly short. I don't want this video to be ridiculously long, and it's already at the 16-minute mark. Early Assassin's Creed games are known to have a less than perfect climbing mechanic, and what I mean by the early Assassin's Creed games, I'm referring to Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Revelations, and Brotherhood. And you might want to include Assassin's Creed 3 in there as well. There were times throughout my gameplay where I know for a fact that I was pushing the jump button and it simply wasn't registering on screen. What you see on screen right now is me attempting to assassinate this guy right here, but it just wasn't working. I wasn't able to pull off the assassination. I mean, I still killed him, but I didn't kill him the way that I wanted to. Not to mention the many times I got stuck up on a ledge because I couldn't maneuver one way or the other, so my only option was just to fall to the ground. And in some cases, I fell to my death. But if I'm going to be 100% honest here, it was nothing to stress about. I was easily able to overcome the minor inconvenience. You'll have many abilities and weapons to choose from. One of my favorite abilities is the Eagle Vision, and it is used to track down your targets, find safe spaces, and check out glyphs. And if you don't know what I mean by glyphs, allow me to show you. Have a look. Inside these glyphs are mini puzzles, and when you solve these mini puzzles, you get a short video of something that is called the truth. I believe there are about 20 of them, if I believe. Unlock all of these 20 glyphs and you get the truth video. As a matter of fact, I'll show you.
Eve!
Look out!
I'm quite certain that the truth video yields more questions than it does answers. But hey, welcome to the Assassin's Creed series, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. Assassin's Creed 2 has many historical references, and the best one, arguably, is Leonardo da Vinci, where he assists you in making new weapons and gaining more health. What requires this is finding codex pages. Bring him codex pages and he'll help you out. The last thing I want to talk about in the gameplay is the Hidden Blade. It is a staple in the Assassin's Creed series, and Assassin's Creed 2 is no different. Have a look.
Now, how can I be of service?
I was hoping you could repair something of mine.
Of course! Come, this way! Che pasticcio. Tutto santo giorno che cerco. Let me clear a space. Alright, let's see it. Fascinating. I don't know, Ezio. Despite its age, the construction is rather advanced. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm afraid there's not much I can do without the original plans. Mi dispiace. Wait.
What are you doing?
The contents of this page are encrypted, but if my theory is correct, based on these sketches, it may very well...
It may very well what?
Please, sit.
Leonardo, eh?
Shh. Remarkable. If we transpose the letters and then select every third... There! It's finished!
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene. Do it quickly.
I was only having fun, Ezio. Though the blade once required a sacrifice, it's been modified. You can keep your finger.
Incredible.
Yes, it is. Tell me, do you have other pages like this?
I'm sorry, only the one.
Listen, if you ever do happen across another one of these, please, bring it to me.
You have my word. And thank you for fixing this.
By order of the Florentine Guard, open this door!
Just a moment.
It wouldn't be a proper Assassin's Creed game if there was not a hidden blade. Overall, I would have to say the gameplay was average at best. Yes, there was a bit of lag input, but I was easily able to compensate for that. Yes, I played this on a PS5, considering this is a PS4 game. Not that it really matters, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Assassin's Creed 2 originally released November 17, 2009, and then re-released as a remaster in the Ezio collection on November 15, 2016, 7 years later. When you get a close-up of anything in this game, you can definitely tell this game has aged. But back in 2009, this was peak. But when you zoom out and get the overworld, it is absolutely beautiful. Personally, I think the graphics were a bit blocky, and considering this was a remaster, I was expecting just a little bit more. Now I have to give credit where credit is due. When comparing it to its 2009 version, the difference is obvious. It is a lot more clean, I will say that. It is cleaner than its 2009 counterpart. The colors were a bit bland if you ask me, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Considering that the setting of this game was in Renaissance era Italy, it fits it perfectly. No harm, no foul right there. They hit it right on the dot. I'm going to assume that Ubisoft was going for super realism, and they weren't too far off from it. Keep in mind that this is a 2009 game and remastered again in 2016. They just made it look a little bit prettier, and they got it right. Assassin's Creed 2 music is unique in its own right. In some areas of the game, there was no music, so you can better immerse yourself in the surroundings, and in other areas, there was very calming and relaxing music, such as this.
After him! Careful, boys, he's no novice! We work together! Go!
Pazienza, ragazzi!
During the combat gameplay, you'll have some very subtle combat music. I'm not quite sure if this fits it, but I like it.
Take this man very, very seriously!
So Ezio, what do you do?
He's been working for his father.
Ah.
Just for full transparency, I have to admit that there were some areas where the music did not particularly match the setting, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm not sure how to feel about that, but yeah, it just didn't feel right. Overall, I'd have to say the music was pretty solid and just a little obscure in some places, but not bad.
Oh, Leonardo, I have no doubt you'll go on to do great things.
Vi ringrazio, Madonna. That's kind.
Assassin's Creed is one of those franchises that I have to give a nod of respect to. I gotta give it a fist bump, I gotta dap it up and give respect where respect is due. It is blatantly obvious that Ubisoft put in a lot of time and effort into the Assassin's Creed series, more specifically the Ezio trilogy. Considering that Ezio has 3 games where he's the protagonist, that really says something about his character. He is loved and adored by the fans. I consider Assassin's Creed 2 to be the greatest Assassin's Creed game of all time, but after looking through it with a new set of eyes and having a new outlook on it, I have to be honest here, it's still my most favorite game of all time, Assassin's Creed wise. But I have a new outlook on it. Considering all its flaws, it is still really damn good. Let's take a look at everything that I've discussed in this video. The story, absolutely phenomenal. The gameplay, a little bit rough around the edges, but still pretty damn good. The presentation, well, the graphics have definitely aged over time, but of course, that's a given. For the music, I'm going to be a little bit generous. It is above average. I say this because there were times where the music did not match the setting. All things considered, guys, I will give this game a water score of 4 out of 5 bottles of water. Thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it, and I really do mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I love y'all, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for my next video.